Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hallmark Guy podcast. I am Baptiste, the Hallmark Guy, and today I'm going to recap and review a 2026 Hallmark Channel movie. We're going to talk about I'll Be Seeing You, which premiered on Saturday, April 25th, 2026 at 8/7 Central on Hallmark Channel, as the sixth and final new 2026 Spring into Love movie. It starred Tyler Hynes and Stacey Farber, Stacey's first Hallmark movie since Hanukkah on the Rocks, which premiered during calendar Christmas 2024. Unfortunately, that is one of the movies I missed that year because it premiered during the Hallmark Christmas experience. And I was just there at night when the movies were airing and premiering, and then I was just trying to catch up on everything, and I missed like a few movies that year. In the movie, Mark, played by Tyler, is the interim activities director at a retirement community on the West Coast. They have offered him the permanent job, but he's hesitant to say yes. He's hanging out a lot with Vivian and Sue. Amy, played by Stacey, is Vivian's granddaughter. She's in charge of acquiring patents. Her job description is way more, but I think this sums it up. She's working towards a big promotion, so when after a date that went well, she proposes to schedule the second one in 3 weeks, the guy kind of runs away. She has scheduled a weekend with her grandmother, but when her boss calls her telling her she needs to go meet a client 8 hours down the coast in California, and that if it works out, she will get the promotion, she takes her grandmother and Sue on a road trip. But as soon as they leave, they hit a pothole and can't drive anymore. That is when Mark, who was on his way to go fishing, proposes to drive them in his van Mabel. On the road, they make a stop in Keystone, a town where Vivian met her first love, Teddy. And there they realize that he left her a letter telling her that he wants to see her again. So they start looking for him. Vivian had originally chosen this stop in the hope of showing her granddaughter that her approach to life and love is wrong. And same thing for Mark, who keeps giving up on his dates. After a few dead ends, Amy has to go because work is calling. So Vivian and Sue decide to ambush them, take the train, and let Amy and Mark drive towards Amy's destination, and then they will meet to meet Teddy. Problem is, they stop at a hotel, and the bellhop puts Amy's briefcase with the contract in another person's car, so they have to go get it. During that time, they of course become closer, but when Amy has to stay longer to explain the contract, Mark decides to leave because Sue fainted and he promised her late husband he would look after her. And he tells Amy that are more important things than work in life. After he left, Amy reconsiders everything, rejects the promotion, and joins Mark, Sue, and Vivian right as Vivian is about to see Teddy. Mark has a talk with Sue, who encourages him to take the job and the girl. He tells Amy he took the job, they go fishing, they kiss, and decide to spend the future together, and Amy is open to scheduling a date very soon. So we're going to start with what I usually start with, which is what worked for me. And what worked for me is the cast. I love Tyler. Who doesn't love Tyler? I was when I was reading, like recording, like how many movies has he been in? Hallmark Tyler is like he's on like cardboard cutouts outside of Hallmark stores and on posters, and everyone loves him and all the heinies. And yeah, I love Tyler, and I've met him 3 times, and he's always been the nicest guy ever. I love his movies, so of course everyone was pretty excited about a Tyler movie. And I love Stacey as well. Her movie that she made for Christmas in 2023 with Brendan Penny, A Season for Family, was one of my favorites that year. I really loved that movie, and I was happy to see her on Hallmark again. I was kind of upset. Oh, she's not making Hallmark movies anymore. So I'm happy that she's back, and I hope to see her pretty soon again on the channel. What I also love is that Tyler loves Christine Ebersole, who plays Vivian, and kind of like in my idea, I kind of like asked to work with her again because they both starred together in Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story, and you can see the behind the scenes they posted while they were filming that movie. How sweet he was with her, and like that the relationship that they have, and like we saw it again in the behind the scenes from this one, so you can really see that Tyler has really likes her, and like it really wants to work with her, and has respect for her. And I love that. I love that they were able to reunite, and I love when we get people that start in one Hallmark movie and then they come back. I like yeah, they like the family and they like the atmosphere and they want to come back. I thought the story was great. It was an interesting story. Out of all out of all the Spring into Love movie, I didn't see much of the trailers for Spring into Love. But I was like, I do not know what this one's about, and the title wasn't giving it away because the title is about a song that they sing in the movie. But I was like, I don't know what the movie is going to be about. But I liked it. I liked it. It's kind of the landscapes are great, and it felt a little more like heading towards summer, which I mean was great that they had it at the end of Spring into Love because like now we're transitioning to May for moms, like we're heading towards summer. So it was a great transition, and yeah, great stories, great landscapes. Sometimes when you think of like north west of France, which I'm like I don't know why, but yeah, really enjoyable, fun story. Yeah, very innovative story again. And finally, I love the hand hugs. Tyler's they like a high five, but then they put their thumb around it like a hand hug. I love that. I'm like, okay, this is something I'm gonna start doing now. So yeah, those are the things that I love. There's no real things that I did not like, but it's still not a perfect movie at all. But there's not the thing that I'm going to be able to point out and say I did not like that. I think that it was hard to grade and to rank because I was into it. I was into the movie, but it wasn't a typical Hallmark story. And like you didn't have the small town, or I don't know. One thing I forgot to mention: the couple was really cute. They were all together, but yeah, I had a hard time grading it because I didn't know where I stood with it or like really where I stood with Hallmark. I'm sure it's going to be a fan favorite because the story and Tyler, and I totally see that. But there's not a thing I can pinpoint about I did not like it, but yet it's not like the best movie ever. Some things to point out. I think that it is interesting that all three Brenner brothers from the Three Wise Men movies have movies premiering back to back to back. So Tyler had I'll Be Seeing You. The following Saturday, it's Andrew Walker with Kentucky Roses. And the following Saturday is Cole Campbell and All's Fair in Love and Mahjong. So I think I was like, I'm looking at thinking of a schedule like, wait, did they schedule the all three Brenner brothers back to back to back? I was like, yeah, they did. And I'm like, I don't know if it's intentional or not. I hope it is because I think it's pretty cool and pretty funny to point out. Final thoughts. It was a pretty solid movie. Like I said, I had trouble grading it and ranking it. I ended up at a 3.5. I was between 4 and 3.5. I think I might have given it 4 at some point and then dropped it to 3.5. It is still, though, the highest ranked one with the 3.5 because right above is Royal Setting with 4. So yeah, right now we've had 17 Hallmark movies premiering this year. It is sitting at 6. We have Lost in Paradise at 1, Missing the Boat at 2, A Season to Blossom at 3, Overpark Park Music at 4, A Royal Setting at 5, and I'll Be Seeing You at 6. So overall, pretty solid. Again, it took me like 24 hours to grade it and rank it. So, yeah, but I couldn't pinpoint it. Interesting movie, great movie. I had a hard time placing it, but yeah, I enjoyed it. So yeah, that is it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the movie. Follow the Instagram at the Hallmark Guy Podcast. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.